So you want her attention, but you don't want to do too much work. You don't want to go up to her and just introduce yourself necessarily, but you want her to notice you. This video has got some golden nuggets. Stay tuned. Welcome back. My name is Jessica. If you'd like to join my private community, go to patreon.com/JessicaOS. You will be able to interact with me at any point in time. Plus, we can jump on a video call if you sign up as a VIP. I'll be waiting to hear from you in my community. See you there. Now, before I go any further, I would definitely like to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video. It's sponsored by Passion Air, and it's the best way to fly if you're ever in Ghana and need to connect from one city to the next quickly and affordably. All right, so let's jump right into today's video. How to get a girl to notice you. How do you do that? Number one, wear clothes that accentuate your features. Now, in as much as that might sound like a tip you would give to a woman, the same applies to men as well. Now, there's nothing like being a well-built guy wearing a shirt that really fits you, you know, snug, accentuates your really nice biceps. Let's say you were wearing a polo shirt, you can literally see your muscles popping from under the shirt. It's so hot, it's so sexy, and women tend to notice that. If you have really nice legs, you can wear some really nice, well-fitting shorts that expose your really nice legs in your loafers or whatever shoes it is you decide to wear with the outfit. If you have a favorite color that you know really brings out your skin tone, you may want to wear that as often as possible as well. But whatever you do, make sure that the outfit you are wearing is something that accentuates things that already look great on you. If you're a fan of this channel, you will know that I do not joke with appearance. Appearance is everything. It will determine whether a woman will take you seriously or not. It will determine whether she'll talk to you or engage you beyond a hi or a hello or not. Appearance says a whole lot more than you may ever say to a woman prior to going ahead to say hello to her. And so if you wear ill-fitting clothes, or you decide to wear certain kinds of outfits that make you look younger or a little out of place or just not in her kind of social class, then be ready to receive rejection. Because when she sees you, she will know that she doesn't like men who look a certain way. So be a little deliberate about your appearance and the kind of clothes that you wear. Number two, close the gap. This will typically happen if, for instance, you have this woman, say, in your neighborhood, or you meet her regularly at different events because you guys sort of have the same taste when it comes to events. Let's say you like art displays and you're always meeting there. You know, this woman is actually like a familiar stranger to you. If you're standing on the far end of the room while she stands on the other end with her friends, it's really unlikely that she will notice your presence. So I'm saying close the gap. I'm not saying just go right up to her and rub shoulders and say, hey, what's going on? No. What I am saying is find a way to draw closer to her immediate environment. Find a way to show up in her line of sight. Let her lay eyes on you some way, somehow. And that will increase the chances of you guys ever hitting it off at all. Because if she's gonna be able to notice you, she has to lay eyes on you. So it's a no-brainer here. Let's say she's closer to the bar than you are. Take the opportunity to buy yourself an extra drink just so you can walk past her or, you know, stand close to her for a few minutes and she can smell you and just take in the amazing human form that you are. If she's single and you're her type, then by all means, trust me, she will notice you. Maybe you can even give her like a side glance or look from the corner of your eye to see if she's staring. If she is, take the opportunity to say a sexy hi or just nod her way. If she nods back, depending on, you know, her body language, you can decide to buy her a drink or engage her in conversation whilst your drink is being made. But you definitely need to close the gap and get into her line of sight if she's going to notice you. Find brilliant ways of simply making that happen. Have fun with it. Be creative. Now, for point number three, I kind of touched a little bit on it in point number two, and that is to offer to buy her a drink. Now, I'm not saying walk up to her at this point. Let's say if she was sitting close to the bar or if she was, you know, but you could just call a waiter and say, hey, you know that lady sitting over there wearing the yellow dress? Please ask her what she's going to drink, and it will be on me. Guess what's going to happen? Waiter walks over to her and says, there's a gentleman in the corner who says, I should take your order. He's buying your next drink. She's going to have to look your way, right? Look your way to see you. You could just wave back and give her a nod. And at least if she's interested, she'll accept the drink, or she'll even politely decline, but at least flash you a smile or a scowl, depending on, whether she's feeling you or not. And that could be an invitation to walk on over. Let's say she was sitting by herself. And please do not make the mistake of trying this if she's with another man. You don't know who this man is to her. He may be her brother. He may be her husband, maybe her boyfriend. So just be sure who you're buying drinks for, in a social gathering of that nature, so you don't end up getting into a bar fight. Buying her a drink is one of the oldest tricks in the book. You don't have to do anything. Let the waiter go do all the work. She'll look your way. She notices you. And then you can, based on her body language, etc., decide whether to approach her or just let things be. Number 4, I would say ask her a question. It could be any question. So depending on what she's doing, where she's seated, all this really just does depend on what's currently happening around her. But where you see an opportunity to jump in and ask some kind of question, go ahead and do that. Because of course, if she hears someone saying, oh, are you a soccer fan? Let's say because she was sitting in front of a TV at the bar and it was soccer on, right? She will have to turn around to look at you like, who's talking to me right now, right? And that's your opportunity to woo her in with your charm. So find a relevant question, a question relevant to the situation and whatever is going on at the moment, and make sure you find a way to ask her that question. That will be an initial icebreaker for you, and who knows, it might land you a date at least, a new friend at least, or who knows, the girl of your dreams. Number 5, I would say flirt shamelessly. Oh yeah, go ahead and do it. Now I know on this channel I have a video on how you can flirt over text. That is if, the girl isn't in your immediate environment to score points. I'll leave it in the description below and place a card on this video as well. But flirt shamelessly. If she's right there with you, there are several ways to let her know that you are more than interested. From just staring at her all night, every time she looks at you. That might be creepy though, but add some tact, right? Every time she looks your way, you're staring. Every time she looks your way, you're staring. And you're not just like staring blankly. You actually smile back, give her a friendly wave, nod your head, lift your glass and say sort of like cheers, or even say, can I come over? Gesture whether you can come over. There's so many things that you can do. But let's just say that she's in close proximity with you. You're either walking to the bar or you're sitting on the next table by yourself. She's by herself. Just remember that anytime you catch her attention, you need to switch on your flirting game so that, you score points every single time. Flirt by licking your lips, flirt by, smiling, all those things that just sort of throw open invitations to this mysterious woman. Do it. Do it. But as always, don't come across as creepy. What did I say? Do not come across as creepy. Number 6 is to hang out in the same places that she does. So once again, back to this whole thing of her being a familiar stranger, familiar face you meet every now and again. You find out a little bit about her from other people who may know her, people in the neighborhood, people at the event, the friends she may have been chatting with, that kind of thing. And then try and figure out where you could bump into her next. If this is a restaurant that she comes to a lot, you can even ask like the waiter, oh, see that girl over there? Does she come here a lot? Like, I really like her. Chances are the waiter is going to be a guy, and he'll kind of understand where you're coming from and will be willing to give you such information, especially if he doesn't see you to be some crazy stalker or, So take advantage of that and try to gather as much information as you can about this mystery woman so you can make sure that you keep showing up in all the places that she likes to go. Here is a caveat though. Let's say that you've done all that you've had to do to get her to notice you, including showing up at all the places that she visits. After like the third time, if she does not engage you and just walks out and barely even notices you, please do not continue. In fact, abort mission, because sooner than later, she's going to confront you about whether you are following her around town, and you do not want that. I mean, we are living in those times where people can just be downright evil. And so don't overdo it. You know, this is something that you should try maybe once or twice. Anything beyond that might just be under the category of stalking. So definitely don't leave her feeling a little alarmed because suddenly she's seeing you everywhere. That may not be a good sign for her, and she may even stop coming to these places altogether. Number 7, be the center of attention. So of course, let's say you're out at a party. There's this really cool chick that you like. You have some serious moves when it comes to dancing, like you can bust a move. Yes, what do? Take the floor. Dance your heart out if that's what you want to do. Or maybe there's some argument happening because there's a soccer match going on and all the boys are passionate. Make sure you let your voice be heard as well. And for a few minutes, have all the attention as everybody else listens to you as you submit your argument. Badass argument, by the way. Of course, if everyone is paying attention, it means that this girl, who's also part of the crowd, would have seen you. She would have noticed you. And that's exactly what you want. So find interesting ways to become the center of attention when she's around. It could even include doing something as stupid as deliberately knocking over a glass so the glass comes crashing to the floor. And of course, everyone in the restaurant turns to look. Listen, I know it sounds desperate, but desperate times call for desperate measures, and you should never apologize for it. Just make sure you pay for the glass when you're done. I'm just saying, all right? If you do not remember anything I told you about this particular pointer, it's just to make sure that you are the center of attention. And finally, number 8, confidence. Women like confident men. The way you enter, the way you speak, the way you just carry yourself generally, and have people saluting you, you know, but basically you have people cheering you on when you literally enter a room because you got style. You know, the confidence with which you just approach everything that goes on around you can get you a lot of attention, because suddenly she's going to be wondering, who's that? Hello, who's this guy? Like, why has this guy got all the attention? Like, I want to get to know him too, right? Confidence, my dear brother. And I won't belabor the point because I've talked about confidence several times on this channel. I even have videos on how to improve your confidence and also habits you can develop to improve your social skills. If you haven't seen those videos, once again, I will leave it in the description below and you can go check them out if you would love to do so. This is pretty much where I end this particular video. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Remember to smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I will catch you in the next video. The name is Jessica. Cheers.